And now Carrie, Grant, and Tori take the mystery out of chemistry.
Okay, so what's our next myth for the viewer special?
We're doing a myth about metal, and not just any metal, but my second favorite metal, alkali metal.
You know what? Adam and I did some tests for that when we were doing the MacGyver episode, but why are we doing it again?
Because fans want to see more. They can't get enough.
3, 2, 1. When the team took on MacGyver, they busted the myth that a few grams of sodium in water can blast a hole in a wall.
That was an explosion, but this is not a high explosive.
But you, yes you, want more.
So what exactly do the fans want to see?
They want to see more reactive metals.
Oh, you mean like rubidium and cesium?
Exactly. There's this internet video floating around where these guys throw cesium rubidium into a bathtub, and they liken the explosion to a hand grenade. Fans want to know if that's actually true.
Okay, that's cool, but instead of bathtubs, why don't we do toilets? You know, like we used to flush the cherry bombs down in high school.
You know, I wouldn't know anything about that. I was too busy studying chemistry, but, you know, if you want to do that, by all means, let's do it.
Is this opposite land?
Hand grenades and explosions, you say? Well, that could only mean a trip to the team's dream location, the Alameda County Sheriff's Bomb Disposal Range.
What are we blowing up today?
Toilets, bathtubs.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
And the reason the bathroom furniture is on death row is the fan furor over a video clip that looks a little bit like this.
Anybody got anything to read?
After demonstrating that the reaction between water and the alkali metals becomes more violent as you move down the periodic table, they get to rubidium. And with what looks to be about 2 grams, they claim to get a hand grenade-sized explosion. So to find out if this is film fakery or fact, we're going to need a control.
Now, on the internet video, they said that the reaction was equal to a hand grenade explosion. This ought to clean out the pipes. So, we need to see what that looks like in order to have something to compare with. How great is this? We get to start off with a bang. We're gonna blow the crap out of that toilet. Get it?
Sure, but Grant, and not Tori, will explain how the team are going to safely explode the commode.
This is a grenade, but it's not a live grenade. In a live grenade, you'd have TNT in here, you pull the pin, the clip pops off, and this is what would set off the explosion. But what we're gonna do today is fill this with enough C4 to have the equivalent blasting power of the TNT. Then, we're gonna set it off with a blasting cap. That way, we can control exactly when it goes off, and it'll be much, much safer.
All right, well, we have an actual grenade wired, and it's sitting in the toilet, ready to blow.
And once we see that explode, we'll have something to compare the alkali metals to.
Okay.
Let's blow this thing up.
Fire in the bowl.
3, 2, 1! Oh! Woo! The toilet's gone.
Yep, now you see it. Now you don't.
Oh, we blowed it up real good.
That's nice.
All that's left is the water tank.
God, the bowl just shattered.
Yeah. We destroyed this toilet, and now I know what a real grenade looks like when it goes off.
So now we've got a great reference for what it should look like when we put our alkali metals in a toilet, in water.
I just don't think that the alkali metals are gonna have this kind of reaction, but I hope I'm wrong.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to match the myth by throwing the highly reactive rubidium and cesium down the pan. Carrie, Grant, and Tori are taking on an alkali metal myth. A video on the internet claims that if you add 2 grams of rubidium or cesium to water, it'll blow up your bathroom furniture with a hand grenade-sized explosion.
This ought to clean out the pipes.
To find out if it's actually true, we're doing a direct comparison. This is the hand grenade. Bring on the alkali metals. But first, here's the sciencey bit.
This is cesium, and this is rubidium. And they're part of a special class of elements called alkali metals. Now, what makes them special is they have 1 electron. Now, normally, what they want to do is react with other things and give up that electron. Now, what happens when the alkali metals react with water is they release a lot of heat, and the other byproduct is hydrogen gas. And the heat tends to ignite the hydrogen gas. it's a perfect storm of something that causes an explosion.
And to put these highly reactive metals in contact with water safely, the team has a couple of safety precautions lined up.
Pretty simple, it's a little guillotine. Weight drops down onto small glass vials, which are holding the metals, releasing it into the toilet, and we'll see what happens.
Now, normally Grant's a better shot when he's using the toilet, but what he's doing right now is he's wetting down the ground, so in case there's any excess alkali metals that fly out of the toilet, they'll hit the water on the ground and react, so we're not leaving any of the metals behind.
And the first metal to be flushed is rubidium.
Rubidium, fun fact, this stuff, rubidium compounds, are put in fireworks to make the color purple.
In the video, they said they used 2 grams, and they got an explosion the size of a hand grenade. Now, we're gonna use 25 grams. That's more than 10 times the amount. So if it's true what they're saying, we're gonna have a huge explosion.
You'll be the mayor of Rubidium Town. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
That was quick!
Look at that cloud.
Well, it all went according to plan. The string was cut and the guillotine fell. The rubidium was released into the water, and cue the chemistry. The sudden release of hydrogen gas and heat combines to give us a satisfying toilet bowl geyser.
3.
But, and here's the key, it was nothing like the internet video hand grenade-sized explosion.
So the chemistry predicts a big reaction. I guess it's a big reaction on a chemical scale, but not on a grenade scale. We got a huge cloud and a little spark, a little flash, but no explosion, no shattering of the toilet bowl. So rubidium doesn't do it.
Well, we may not have had hand grenades, but at least we still have good chemistry.
But we haven't given up yet. Next up in an attempt to blow up the bowl is cesium.
So this is it. This is cesium. This is the most reactive alkali metal that we can get our hands on that's not radioactive. We're gonna put this in the toilet bowl and see if it behaves when exposed to water like a grenade.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
There was a little bit more reaction, more popping, but it was just a big cloud of gas again.
More energy, more flame, but definitely no explosion.
Now, I feel like I've been lied to because what I saw on that internet video was an explosion. What I saw here was a cloud of smoke. Now, a cloud of smoke is not gonna destroy a toilet like a hand grenade will.
So, Carrie, what does that mean?
Which means they faked it, and this is busted.
Carrie, Grant, and Tori have already busted the myth that a few grams of cesium or rubidium can cause a hand grenade-sized explosion.
The internet is lying again.
So now it's time for the patented Mythbusters ramping up. We're flushing the toilet, and to blow up the bathtub, we're stretching the budget and moving into the realm of ridiculous by using a massive 2.5 kilograms of sodium.
You ready to do this, Grant?
I'm ready to do it.
And to accommodate the 2.5 kilograms of sodium,
Okay.
All right, let's run.
Carrie has adapted her guillotine. She's added a sledgehammer, which means there's only one thing left to do. Find out for the fans if supersizing the sodium will blast the bathtub.
All right, this is sodium. In 3, 2, 1.
Wait.
Oh my God, gas. Poisonous gas.
While the team holds its breath, let's check out the replay.
That was crazy. We dropped the sodium into the water and we got a huge explosion. It actually cracked the bathtub. But the best part about it is 2 of the blocks didn't even react with the water. They were thrown out.
That was incredible.
Yep, spectacular. But it only caused a crack. The tub didn't disintegrate. So, how about taking it up a notch?
It's like Christmas.
That was amazing. But up next is potassium, which is even more reactive. And, yep, same amount.
2.5 kilograms of potassium.
Take it away.
School lab chemistry like you've never seen it before.
Okay, we're good. Let's go.
But will it provide the big boom we and you have been waiting for?
2, 1.
That was like fireworks!
Wow, that was the 4th of July in there.
But you know what? It didn't explode. Like, it was like a bunch of little pops. It wasn't one big boom.
Yes, once again, it's an exciting chemical reaction, but it's still not high explosives. So, in conclusion, you can use ridiculous amounts of sodium and potassium. You can use the more reactive elements in the alkali metal family, but you won't get a hand grenade-sized explosion and blow up a bathtub unless you use C4, like this.
Fire in the hole!
All right, JD, in 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Did you see how high it shot that water?
Yes, the shock wave emanating from a C4 detonation is approximately 8,000 meters per second, which is in a different league to alkali metals and water. Proving that that internet video is nothing but science fiction.
We've got a really weird myth for the viewer special. Have you ever heard that a piano can explode in a fire?
No, I have not, but it does make sense because the strings are under a lot of tension.
Who cares if it makes sense? We might get to see a piano explode.
Ah, the humble piano. Tickle its ivories and you get beautiful music. But in a fire, could it turn from innocent keyboard into an instrument of mass destruction?
Well, this sounds pretty straightforward. All we need to do is get a piano, build a fire under it, and see if it explodes.
Well, hang on. I think before we do that, we need to find out how much tension the strings are under.
Actually, I know the perfect people for that.
And that perfect piano place
Ready to get your tune on?
is owned by John Callahan, the piano man.
So, the myth that we're working on is that if you put a piano in a fire, it will explode.
Wow. I've heard people talk about that before. Having never burned a piano myself, I don't know if that's true, but I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen.
To me, it sounds relatively plausible because, I understand there's a lot of tension on the strings.
Well, there sure is a lot of tension on the strings. In a piano, the steel wire is stretched across the cast iron plate, and there's about 200 pounds of tension on each wire, average. We have about 230 wires in the piano, so there's a total of over 20 tons of force trying to collapse the piano.
Now that sounds promising. The strings stretched across the cast iron plate hold 40,000 pounds of pressure. And if the flames cause them to fail, hey presto, exploding piano.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something. I'll be right back.
Come on, Grant, the jig is up. Back to work. And that means back to the bomb range for some piano pyromania.
It's always a good day when you started at the bomb range.
Callahans have kindly given the team a baby grand to ignite. Now all they have to do is get it off the truck
Really, piano sucks.
and into position.
I'm just gonna do a little tension music. Is the piano gonna fall at the forklift?
While Carrie does some, actual work, Tori and Grant serenade her the only way they know how. Badly.
He's the organ grinder, grinding organs all day and night.
With the piano standing on its own legs, there's just one thing left to do. Tune it.
All right, John, I know that tuning a piano at a bomb range is probably a pretty strange working condition for you, but we need to give this myth the best possible chance of working. So we need to get each one of these strings at the proper tension.
I'll do my best.
And as John brings the piano to perfect pitch, the guys pitch in to build the bonfire.
So to all the piano aficionados out there, I just want to let you know, we love pianos. We're not enjoying this in the least.
Light it on fire! Light it on fire!
Okay, just a little bit. But this piano was destined for the dump. It's not salvageable. Unfortunately, it's beyond repair. So somebody had to do it. Might as well be us.
Yep, this old piano has no more tickle in its ivories. But the end can't come soon enough for Carrie.
Now you think I would be sad to have this lovely piano burned into nothing. But quite honestly, if I have to hear another verse of Tori singing and Grant playing the piano,
Blue milk, blue milk.
I'm gonna jump in the fire. Well, I guess all there is left to do then is throw some kerosene on the wood,
All right, let's light it.
light it on fire, find out if we have a bonfire.
Well, if there's truth to this myth, this thing could explode, so we better get out of here, because this could be very dangerous, and I'm totally okay with that.
So it's this baby grand's finale. But will the meltdown be a letdown?
Run, it's gonna explode!
Or will it be a musical mushroom cloud?
The piano's definitely on fire. Wow! Hey, that is a nice fire.
Carrie, Grant, and Tori love a good explosive bonfire. In fact, any fiery fable ignites their inner pyromania. And Adam's feet. So when viewers suggested that burning a baby grand might make it explode, they couldn't wait to fire up
Run!
and find out if it was true.
Oh my God, that fire is awesome!
Fire department gave me a pyrometer so I can check how hot it is. Wait, I gotta put my armor on here.
Okay, careful.
With the pyrometer maxed out, their instrument Inferno is burning at more than 1,000 degrees, which makes short work of the wooden frame, lid, and legs.
Sure hope we hear boing, boing, boing.
I wanna see.
Remember, if there's any truth to this myth, the 20 tons of tension in the strings has to be suddenly and explosively released.
Seeing a little caving in.
Maybe it'll collapse on itself.
That's the theory. But as the baby grand slowly but surely burns down to the ground, the myth of the exploding piano goes up in smoke.
Well, no explosion. In fact, all we see that's left of the piano is a smoking hulk with a skeleton of the cast iron piece. You can still see some of the strings, which is not what I expected. I thought in all the heat, strings which are very thin compared to the cast iron would have been going bing, 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 bing. But we didn't hear anything.
There's no way this thing will ever explode, and I'm so confident that that's why I'm this close to the piano. No matter how much tension is put on these wires, they're never gonna explode and pop, because as the wires heat up, the metal is just gonna expand, it's just gonna stretch. So you're never gonna get this boing, boing, snapping wires, and you're not gonna get the exploding piano. It's just not physically possible.
And that's the key. Yes, the tension will be released, but it happens slowly as the metal strings expand in the fire. And so...
This is definitively busted.
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 But hold on, aren't they forgetting something?
The myth that a piano will explode in a fire is completely busted. But now we want to replicate the results. So we're gonna blow a piano up anyway.
So JD, the regular piano in the fire, kind of sucked. Didn't explode. But we do have a backup piano that we can explode. What do you have for us?
What I think you need is the Mythbusters Concerto in C4.
All right, JD, this one's for you. Go JD, go JD, fill this piano with some TNT. Go JD, go JD. Everybody now, come on! Go JD, go JD, fill this piano with some TNT.
It's a catchy tune. And JD hums along as he tunes the piano for the Mythbusters Concerto in C4.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
This is it. In 3, 2, 1.
Invented in Italy in 1698 by Bartolomeo Cristofori, brought to popularity by Mozart and Beethoven in the 18th century, and now, 2008, exploded by the Mythbusters.
Now that's what I call an exploding piano!
Nice!
One second it was there, next second it was gone. Look at it's all over the place.
And because it's the viewer special, especially for you, here's the high-speed encore of the Mythbusters Concerto in C4.
Rest in pieces.
We wrecked that piano.
This is my 80s rock band. They all had these and did this move.
Now that was cool, but the myth is still busted. If your piano is on fire, it's not gonna explode. If it's filled with C4, well, that's another story. Looks like this myth of the exploding piano is busted.